with Mr. Kennedy, and he has a lot to say to everyone out there watching. He's gonna be on Wrestling with Savage. Stop yelling so much. Why are you yelling? Why are you yelling? I'm excited. You're watching this. This is Mr. Kennedy taking a chop from Savage. He just gave me a nice stiff one. Nice stiff one. Oh. Solid. So I appreciate you, brother.
You're watching Wrestling with Savage, the best late night wrestling show in the world.
I say you are listening to Wrestling with Savage, the best podcast in the history of podcasts.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, brought to you live by the champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. SmackDown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Because they are the best tag team in the world. Tag team.
Be my honor to be a guest on your show.
Christmas Bully Ray, good job, Savage. It's the best hat in pro wrestling. Can't get a fucking Raw man yet. Raw fuck.
It's MDK and Wrestle with Savage all fucking day.
Okay, what we got over here?
Well, what do we got over here? Have your cake and eat it too.
Look at Eddie.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, brought to you live by the champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. SmackDown, hold the title.
Shut
This
your
is
ass up
Wrestling with
before I
Savage.
make you see
What?
this man.
Wrestling with Savage begins now.
What is going on, everybody? You just saw the new intro to Wrestling with Savage, and yeah, we're working on a lot of things over here at Wrestling with Savage. We're working on new intros, we're working on commercials, we're working on vendor merchandise, we're working on superstar signings, we're working on a lot. Might be working on much, much more. Maybe big news coming down the road on Wrestling with Savage here. But I had the honor and privilege, of course, of meeting Mr. Kennedy recently. And I got to say, that was a hell of a thing here. But before we bring in Aaron Rourke over here, we're just going to show you a little commercial right here about an upcoming event held by the Wrestling Universe. And then we're going to get right into it. What's going on, everybody? Let's get right into it. I want to talk to you about all the upcoming events at the Wrestling Universe. They have a show coming up that we, Wrestling with Savage, are going to be sponsoring. We're going to have a vendor table there. Matt Cardone is going to be there headlining this event. Lightning in a Bottle, presented to you live in Ridgefield Park, New Jersey, Sunday, February 26, 2023 at 3 p.m. Tickets are available now on etus.eventbrite.com. There's going to be a lot of stars there. You're going to see Kevin Blackwood. You're going to see Billy Starks. You're going to see Matt Tremont, scheduled to defend the Independent Wrestling World title. The Kirks are going to be there. And guess what else the Wrestling Universe has in store for you? Brian Cage, February 4th. And Chris Masters. Make sure you head on down to the Wrestling Universe right here in Queens, New York. And thank you for watching Wrestling with Savage. Yeah, I agree. I thank you all for watching Wrestling with Savage. Mr. Aaron Rourke is still on his way, trying to configure his device right now, make sure he gets in here and making everything look crisp and clean. But in the meantime, guess what? I got one more commercial for you. Savage Kingdom, I'm proud to announce that we are going to be sponsoring Wrestling with Savage is going to be one of the sponsors at the 80s Wrestling Con 4, where you can come down and meet Bret the Hitman Hart and tons of other legends, even one that I'm going to bring with us at our vendor table. And then after the meet and greets, you can come on down and watch Rock and Wrestling. It's going to be a great card. You got Dirty Dangle versus Eugene, the Powers of Pain versus the Now, Carlito versus Val Venus, Davey Boy Smith Jr. versus Crowbar, Alpha Jr. versus Snitsky. There's going to be a 10-man battle royal. There's going to be a lot of surprise entrants, including one that's been announced, the Headbangers. You're going to have the ISPW heavyweight title match between Bull James with Maven versus Rick Recon with David LaGreca. Earl Hebner is the special guest referee. You're not going to want to miss this event. Jay Alfred's going to be there. Matt Stryker's going to be fighting Justin Carino. There's going to be ISPW Women's Title Super 6-Way with Vicious Vicky, the champion. Let's get it. Do not miss this event. Men in Okay, what's up? I'm finally here with Mr. Rourke. How you doing, sir?
What's up? How are you?
I'm very good. So happy to have you here. I've been a big fan of your career for quite some time now. I've
Thank
watched a few of your matches, and then after I watched your matches live, I of course then went back and I had to watch them, much more, whatever footage I could find. And I'm going to just start off by saying, move set wise, presentation, overall quality of matches, the way you have intensity during almost every single moment that you have the opportunity to do so, very impressive.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I take a lot of pride in my work and my work ethic, so I'm glad that it shows.
Oh, hands down. Hands down. I wish more people had it. So real quick, I'm just going to run over your title history. It says here, Wrestle Pro Silver title, winning a 6-way match, October 16th, 2021.
Yes.
What was that about?
That was my first ever title win in my career. Yeah, I was put.
How did that feel?
They say there's nothing like your first, and I truly believe that because it was a very surreal feeling. It's the first time a company has faith in you as a champion, and they want to see what you can do with the belt. So it was a really awesome feeling, and it was definitely a memory I'm going to carry with me.
I'm seeing you're going to have a lot of memories. You also had the CW Panoptic title defeating, B3 CCA on January 14th. You had the CAP title TV defeating Slade. And Slade is a scary person. I had an encounter with him at the back of the bar at one of I think it was the Lindbrook show. And I don't know, something happened. It was like some kind of smoke, and he was just sitting in a chair, and the light was coming through the window. He looked like he was ready to murder everybody. So you putting him down is big time for me. Like, wow. That you want to tell me a little bit about Slade? Do you have a rivalry with him, or you still? And you're also having a match coming up, I believe, at what is it? Oh Baby. That's the name of the event?
Yes, at the next Cap show. Oh,
yeah, I wanted to get that off early. Oh, baby. So that's the official name of the event. Do you have a match lined up for that already?
I mean, I don't yet, but no show would be complete without the dime piece. So there's no way I'm not on the show. I just don't know who I'm beating.
Would you like to beat Rick Recon?
I will beat anyone.
I like it. Rick Recon's going to be here on Tuesday night. I think you should crash this stream at the end and challenge him to a match.
If I can, I will be here. I love a good challenge, but
I like it. I like that attitude, and I like that go-getter attitude. And what a go-getter attitude you have. You've been on AEW Dark Elevation, Beyond Wrestling, Beyond Uncharted Territory. So you've been in the upper echelon already, and you're right there at that stepping stone. And I got to ask you right now, what goes through the mind of a superstar that is on the threshold of greatness right before it happens?
Well, you're very kind. I try to do the best I can and perform at the top of my game every match on any show, regardless of where I am in the show. I go into every match thinking that it has to be a great match. I don't half-ass anything. I go for it. I'm like, whatever we can do in this time at this spot in the show, let's just go out there and have fun. Let's go wrestle. Let's go have a good time.
Steal the show. Steal the show is what you're trying to do, I think, at every opportunity, man. So I read earlier that you've been watching since you were younger.
Yes.
And your first memory was Vince and Hulk Hogan.
Yes.
Could you tell me a little bit more about that, and what particular first moment was it?
It was when Hulk Hogan was doing the I think it was Mr. America gimmick.
Okay.
And they had just this altercation on SmackDown. I remember I was just young flipping through channels, and
this is gonna get interesting.
it just appeared on the TV, and it caught my attention right away. And I remember just watching it and seeing Vince cracking with a steel chair in the back. And I was like, wow, this is cool.
This is real.
I was like, I want to do this.
How old were you when that happened?
It's probably 7.
7. Wow. My first encounter with wrestling was 3.5 years old, watching everyone in the room go nuts over Hulk Hogan body slamming Andre the Giant.
Dude,
So it's just incredible to see I think you're what, 27?
Yes.
All right, so you're about 12 years younger than me. So it's crazy to see another whole generation. And you're telling me that your inspiration to start watching wrestling was Hulk Hogan, Vince McMahon. That's like insane.
Yeah, I mean, they were very entertaining. I mean, they caught the attention of a 7-year-old right off the bat.
Right off the bat. And you were hooked from that moment. That was it. You knew that that's what you wanted to do.
I just knew that this was something I liked and I liked watching and wanted to do. And then I figured out when Monday Night Raws were and when SmackDowns were, whether they were on like Tuesdays, Thursdays, or Fridays. Then there was like Sunday Night Heat, and then like the recap shows, and there was like Velocity. There was just so much. So I just started working it into my schedule of life from that child to now.
So basically, after falling up, would you say that was just instant first love? Your instant first love was professional wrestling?
Yes, absolutely.
Without a doubt, right? Just instantly.
So
right now, you're watching the current day product at all still? I'm assuming you're probably a lifelong fan and you definitely ain't missing a Raw.
I mean, I do the best I can, as you get older, things get in the way, like work and then training and then traveling. But I always try and catch up. I always try and watch it and watch as much as I can throughout the week and just when it happens. So I'm pretty caught up.
Okay. Do you have, by chance, a current favorite wrestler of all time? And then who's your favorite wrestler in the world besides yourself right now, actively in the game?
I mean, I feel like I know people are going to come for me a little bit, but I think my favorite wrestler of all time is my favorite current wrestler and who I think is the best, Sasha Banks, or Mercedes Moné, as now she is called.
Mercedes Moné. What did you think about her return at the Tokyo Dome over there?
I loved it. I think people are being haters because they hate her.
That's true. No, listen, as far as how she looked, absolutely gorgeous. Me, I would have wanted to see a wrestling match. That's the only complaint I had. Other than that, she looked great. She's Sasha Banks. She's going to kill it.
I mean, she served from the moment she walked to the ring to the moment after. And I think people just want to hate on it because now she's in New Japan or whatever. But like, she do her thing. She's still the best, no matter where she falls.
I agree with it. I got someone on hold right here, and I haven't asked the question because he wants to ask it. And I'm going to let him do that now. This is Anthony.
How you doing?
Hi.
I actually saw you in the triple threat match at Creator Pro back in December with Savage. I actually went to that show with him. And I was just wondering, who was the influence on your gimmick?
Influence on my gimmick? Well, there's a bunch of things. So I've always, when I was younger, nowadays I'm much more of like a calm, kind of down to earth, like go with the flow kind of guy. In my earlier days, I was very like uppity and very flamboyant and very just loud and opinionated, and it got me into trouble a little bit, I will admit. But I just try to channel what I think comes natural to me. I like to be arrogant. I like to be in your face and loud, and that, my ish don't stink, and you just mad yours doesn't stink as well as mine. And I just so I take a little bit from Randy Orton, like early Legend Killer.
Love him.
He was my favorite growing up.
It's prime time right there. One of the greats, one of the GOATs. His Legend Killer run was, I'm sure, as you know, like iconic, and one of the greatest heel runs. I mean, people are quick to forget how good of a heel run that was.
Yeah, his whole thing with The Undertaker leading up to WrestleMania was amazing. It was such a great build-up.
Randy Orton's one of the best ever to do it. Are you looking to be more of a heel or a face or in between, or?
I think I always go with what the fans think about me. If they love me, they love me. If they hate me, Sorry about it.
Forget about the fans for a second. Do you have a personal preference, though? Do you enjoy doing the heel, being the bad guy? Because I've seen your matches, and it looks like you're really having a good fucking time. And do you mind if I curse, by the way? I don't want to start dropping.
At all.
Oh, awesome. It looks like you're having a really good time out there being a bad guy. I mean, heel, and just going in and trying to piss everybody off. You got some competition there with Evil Kip. So I was also curious, what's your take on Evil Kip?
I mean, he's evil, but he isn't evil gay, so...
Yeah, he has a lot of heat at those cap shows, though. Like, and people are really very upset when he comes out and...
Listen, I would be upset too, you know? If he walked to the ring and I was a paying customer, I would be like, really?
I wanted to talk about your training. Obviously, you trained at Creative Pro Wrestling, which has to be an incredible experience, because I know you got some great trainers. You have some great graduates. As you can see here, we have the list up right there. And the list is real, folks. I mean, look at this list. And it's growing. Big shout out to the newest graduate, which was Leo Sparrow. But we see you over there, and it looks like you're right under the AEW World Champion. Last time I checked. I mean, is that a coincidence that you're lined up with MJF? And I want to know anything and everything you can tell me about your experience with Mr. Maxwell Jacob Friedman, which, by the way, I want you to know something very well. I not only have experience with Mr. Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
Go! We're here live with MJF's mom, and her son, the greatest wrestler in the world, is going to win the AEW World Championship tonight, and there's nothing anyone can do about it!
So now that you saw that, I've met MJF's mom 3 times. The second time, she almost ran over one of my friends because he was wearing one of the shirts, and she wanted to pull over and just say, "Yeah, MJF," and then she's like, "Oh, you guys, what's up?"
That is, I love Max's mom.
She's awesome.
She's so funny. I love her. What about Mr. MJF?
Tell me anything. Like, has he? Obviously, I know he makes some appearances at the school, and I want to know, how does it feel knowing that you're coming from the place that now created basically the current man in pro wrestling? And do you have any words for him? Do you want to take him down?
Well, when it comes to the graphic of all the graduates and we're lined up, I think, 2 loudmouths who think they're the best, I think they just always naturally find themselves birds of a feather, birds of a feather.
Absolutely.
Look at MJF.
There's some interesting shit like happening here live in the world right now of professional wrestling. There's never been a year like this. I mean, I'm like a big kid. I can't get over that. Like, to me, it's like when I was watching. Every time I watch something good, it's like I'm at WrestleMania 3 again on pay-per-view.
No, yeah, I agree. To get back to what you were asking before, come from Cap in general is an honor itself. I get to learn and have learned from some of the best minds and best wrestlers to ever do it in Brian Myers and Pat Buck. And then I got to train with, you can see, some of the most amazing, talented wrestlers in the country, on the planet right now. And with MJF, he's a very close friend of mine. I love him dearly. He has always been nice to me because maybe he knows I'm a mean little bitch. So,
and you're on the way up. He probably recognizes talent. There's a saying, greatness recognizes greatness.
I mean, that could be it too. I think, he might just be a little afraid because I can get a little sassy.
I like it.
I get a little too sassy. Some people...
You tell Max right now anything you want to tell him, man. Because what I would like to hear you say is, I'm coming for that world title. So I hope you still have it when I'm there. Maxwell, Maxi Pad, or whatever Ricky Starks is calling you now. Because Savage over here is honestly convinced that Aaron Rourke, I'm looking into the face, the future of professional wrestling. And I'm telling you this now, and you're being very humble, and I like it, but I don't want you to be humble, man. I want you to go out there and take over the world. Because
I mean,
you're from, you're like, I feel like you're part
to.
of the family. You know what I mean? I've been watching you now grow in this wrestling business, and it's been a blessing.
Oh, well, thank you very much. That means a lot. It truly does. Anyone who knows me knows I love wrestling, and I love it down to its core and what it is and what it stands for. And I'm just very happy that people not only enjoy my work, recognize how much I put into it. So I appreciate that. Anything to say to MJF? I mean, would I love to wrestle him one day on a platform like that for a belt? Sure, but I'm very happy for him. I think he works incredibly hard, and not a lot of people know that or, try to recognize that. But MJF is just a once-in-a-lifetime talent, and I'm so happy he's taking this wrestling world by storm. He's a star, and he should.
I'm an MJF mark, okay? From Long Island.
He represents us so well. He represents Long Island so well.
It's the perfect gimmick. It's the perfect run right now, and I'm jealous of how cool it must be that it's coming from the same place you're training at right now. And I couldn't even tell you how excited I would be if I had the opportunity you have right now. And that's the main thing I wanted to get across to you. I'm sure you already know, and I don't have to tell you anything or teach you anything, but I just hope, you really embrace and realize the opportunity you have before you right now, the next 10 years of your life, the way you can change the whole world around you. And like a genie in a bottle, like create magic, thin air. You want your mansion, boom. You want your this, you want your limos, you want your, jets, a nice company expense card, beautiful healthcare, everything.
I mean,
it works.
All of that sounds amazing, but even if that doesn't happen, I am just happy to be wrestling and doing what I love at any level. And of course, everyone wants to work up to those contracts, big spots, of course.
Yeah, of course. That's the point, man. And you got to want it, man. I think you want it. I think you're going to get it. We see here. Tell me about those glasses right there, because are those actual real glasses right there? It looks like some CGI.
No, those are real glasses.
Wow.
Oh.
Those are
sick.
Badass.
Thank you. Just, showing another layer to the dime piece, He's a very two-faced kind of guy. You think you got one person, but you're going to get a different person. And Aaron Rourke loves to make an entrance, and he loves to serve looks. So this is one of them.
Do you have more fun doing the tag team wrestling or the single wrestling, or is it the same for you?
Definitely when I first started tagging, I liked singles more because tagging is a whole other element. Oh, look, I just put that picture up today.
Hey, we have to show the world, man. You're ready to go. You're not messing around. You're in the gym. You're putting in the work. Want to make sure it's demonstrated. Tell me about holding that title. That's a nice shot.
Holding that title means a lot. It meant a lot and still does mean a lot, just solely because of what it stands for. In that you don't have to be a specific person to hold this title. You can be male or female, gay, trans, lesbian, whatever you want, whatever you identify as. I held that title with a lot of honor, and I was very proud to hold it because of what it stands for. And I'm proud that I got to represent Chaotic, because I do love that place. It has become a home away from my original home, my number in my heart home, Cri Text. But yeah, it meant the world to hold that. And I'm very
awesome, because you're probably an inspiration to hundreds of people, if not thousands, and soon maybe millions of people. And, that's another thing that's got to be amazing, to have that feeling that you're actually, because, I'm at the shows, people are coming up to you and saying thank you so much. And they love your work. I'm sure I'm not the first person to tell you that you're awesome, right?
Yes, you are not. But I'm very thankful for anyone who thinks I'm awesome.
Maybe if you hear it 6 million more times, you'll get sick of it. But till then, he is a humble man. He's ready to take over the world of wrestling. 4 years experience. Yes. Nicknames perfect, perfection personified, the dime piece. So honestly, for the people watching right now, that honestly, maybe someone that just came in right now, they don't know who Aaron Rourke is. Would you maybe cut a promo for them to let us know who you are?
Well, first I would say you don't know who the dime piece is. You don't know who perfection personified is. You don't know who Evil Gay himself is. Where have you been? And what rock are you living under? You clearly need to open your eyes and realize that I'm the best thing in wrestling today. And if you don't believe me, you can just sit back at home, like you little sheep fans do, and watch me be the perfect diamond in the ring that I am.
That's pretty good. Pretty good on the spot, too.
You know, it's just...
He learned from MJF. He learned from MJF, I could tell.
I did say he's close friends with MJF, and that's going to come in handy, but maybe Aaron taught MJF something, Anthony. Do you ever think of that? No way, right?
I don't.
All right.
We're
going to go back to the slides.
Learning from
We're
me.
going to go back to the slides because we got a lot of slides here. All right.
Hey.
Nice ring attire. Good ring gear.
Thank you.
I like how you change the makeup.
How do you do the makeup? How long is that process of putting all that on every time?
It depends. So like that kind of like half face takes a little longer because there's more surface area to cover. If I'm speed painting, I can get it done in like 25-30 minutes. If I'm taking my time, it could be like 45. And it's usually like a really big match. I'll do like an hour, just getting all that detail because I'm a perfectionist. I like to make sure everything looks right. It gets the message across. It gets across how Aaron Rourke is, how he feels in this moment. So sometimes it can take quite a while, and it gets a little tedious.
I mean, besides the work in the ring, the work outside the ring, it's quite the routine. You know, you got to wake up, you got to get on the road, you got to make sure you have everything. Have you ever shown up to a show and maybe forgot something that is part of your... Absolutely, right?
I am my own worst enemy in terms of leaving things at shows and leaving the house without certain things. There's been many times I've left my house without my brushes, certain paints, my knee pads.
You gotta have like that permanent kit and the backup kit ready to go. Just grab and go.
It doesn't help that I'm awful with organizing. So
it takes time.
Grown
27, I'm 39. I didn't grow up till I was about 35. So
at least it might change for me at some point.
You never know. But you know, soon enough you'll have an assistant and they will help you have everything even more perfect.
I wish. I hope.
It's gonna happen.
I need help.
It's definitely gonna happen. Can I ask you, 2022, how many matches would you say you wrestled this year? And do you have like Jericho, do you keep tabs on all your matches? Do you have a little notebook ready to go so you can write your book like Jericho in 30 years?
So every year in my notes app, I have my bookings list, and that's how I keep track of everything. And then usually by the end of the year, I like delete it all and then restart it. But last year, 2022, I wrestled close to 100 matches, if I remember correctly.
That's a lot. It's like a third of the year.
Yeah, I mean, it was the most I've ever wrestled before. So
And the year before, how many would you say spitball? Like 50?
Yeah, probably because of like COVID.
Yeah, just straight up. Yeah, well, COVID put a damper on a lot of things in the live events and all that. But thank God we are through that and we can move on and get back to making that money. It was getting rough out there for a while. I have other questions I want to ask you later, but I try to do things organized, and we do things like through the slideshow. So you keep the conversation going, and let's go back to that slideshow. Oh baby, I noticed the Creative Pro, and I don't know who does the graphics for Creative Pro, but there wasn't an old baby for Aaron Rourke yet. He's on the poster. But I made a little old baby for you right there.
Thank
Put some
you.
ones over there.
Great.
I like I said, I think you're awesome. But old baby's coming up. It's coming up February 19th. It's going to be in Lynbrook, New York. And you can go to the website and you can buy tickets. And you can do that right now. It's actually really easy. You're going to go over to the website, createaprowrestling.com. And you're going to buy a ticket and you're going to come see an incredible show. You can then go follow me on Instagram, and you're going to follow, of course, Aaron Rourke on Twitter. And he also has Instagram as well. And most importantly, check out all his merchandise on Pro Wrestling Tees. Pick up some merchandise, buy a t-shirt, because they're probably all going to sell out, and these are going to probably be limited prints at one point. So you should be one of the people that has the vintage Aaron Rourke short. I think that will be a good move. I think that's a good move.
Also, I would just like to say I'm so sorry to any fans who always come to me in shows and they're like, why don't you have merch? I'm sorry. I'm just so bad with it.
It's okay. No, listen. Eventually you can take care of that too.
It's just
let these guys handle. If they want merch, you point them this way. They can buy all the merch they want. You're too busy.
I promise soon.
You're too busy being the perfect wrestler. You're worrying about merch right now. All right.
As I do, it's hard work being perfect.
Like I said, stop being so damn humble. But let's get back to old baby. February 19th. There's a couple of matches lined up already. I made a full screen one there for you. We don't know who Aaron Rourke is taking on yet, but hopefully we can figure that out in the next couple of weeks and make sure he has a match that is going to absolutely steal the show. Heath Slater
is going to steal the show, of course.
Heath Slater. Any run-ins with Heath Slater? Maybe you can interfere in that match he's having and beat him up.
I would love to wrestle Heath Slater. I stan Heath Slater. I'm his biggest fan. I love him.
Heath Slater's got a lot of kids. He's at like 35 kids now.
Dude, can I be one of them? Can I be adopted?
Anthony, you got any questions before we go to the next slide?
I just saw, like, if you don't mind me saying, like, some of the makeup they have reminds me of the Road Warriors, actually. So was there an influence from them a little bit with the makeup?
Yeah, I mean, when I started doing it, it just kind of like kept evolving from like simple to more intricate and more detailed, and then more all over the face. So I definitely did research and looked up like famous wrestlers and like Sting and the Road Warriors, and then I took inspiration from like Asuka's face paint with the tears and like some of her Japan stuff. And I peruse on Instagram and see what crazy makeup artists are doing with their face. But yeah, I take inspiration from everywhere.
Are you a video game fan?
I am a video game fan,
right,
but
so
a very new one.
I'm gonna challenge you then. You want a challenge?
Oh boy.
I'll take a challenge.
All right, I'll play a couple of things that are video game related, and you try to tell me where they come from. Okay?
I'm gonna fail.
You're gonna fail?
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be you're dead. I don't want you to be dead. I want you to be dead. All right, I want you to kill it. Okay, and here we go.
Super Mario.
Okay, 100%. Okay, easy, right? Yeah, give you the first one's easy.
Is this Pokemon?
Pokemon, no. That is Mike Tyson's punch out. It's okay. It's
I didn't know it either.
Got one more, and then we're maybe two more, and that's it.
My first guess is like Legend of Zelda.
That's a tough one if you haven't played it. That one's actually Final Fantasy, and this one is
Legend of Zelda.
So yeah, we all played Legend of Zelda. Who didn't play Legend? Is that your favorite game of all time?
I have a Majora's Mask thing hanging up on my wall. I bought it from like a comic convention.
Nice. That's one of the good. That's one of the good ones. It had like a nice twist to it. Did you play Breath of the Wild? That was a good one as well.
See, this is the thing. I became a gamer backwards because I didn't play games as a kid. So I started Legend of Zelda with Breath of the Wild, and I was like, this game is crazy. I got to play the other ones.
Yeah.
So then I was playing Wind Waker, Majora's Mask, like going all the way Skyward Sword. I just finished like a month or so ago.
They did a really good job with the Breath of the Wild. That shit was freaking... Yeah. I took off about a week from work. My wife was like, what are you doing? I'm playing Zelda.
I would say like I'm more of a Nintendo kind of guy, but I would say my top 3 games are like Animal Crossing, Legend of Zelda, and then like any Mario game.
3 of the most popular games of all time. Keep it simple, keep it real. Those games are all fantastic. Let's go back to this slide. Like we said, we got Heath Slater coming up February 19th. Oh, baby. Make sure you're there. I'll be there with the whole Savage Kingdom. We will all be there. Make sure you're there. We'll probably be giving away some David LaGreca heads. We got Becca over here. Big shout out to Becca. Oh, baby. CPA and Kevin Tibbs, the midlife Express. I gotta love the name, the Midlife Express. I mean,
They are my favorite two people. I love them.
They kill it too. They have great work ethic, and they put on pretty good matches. They won the last time I was there, and it seemed pretty over with the crowd.
No, Tibbs and CPA are very talented wrestlers. They are so good, and them together is just my dream team.
That's your personal favorite tag team at Cap right now, with no doubt.
Oh, yeah, because I love them both so much that, like, to see them together, I'm like, of course, I'm going to be biased towards Shook Crew, of course.
Okay, yeah, well, yeah, we saw the first picture. You know, boys. Shout out to Bryce Donovan right now. I hope he's feeling better. I heard he had a little hand injury, which sucks, but I'm sure he'll get better and come back stronger than ever.
Back better than ever.
Better than ever. Bobby Orlando's another one to look out for. Very talented dude right there. The whole school. Tell me about Cap and the training. You were getting trained by Brian Myers mostly, or it was Pat Buck there as well?
It was both. They had certain days that they would come. Training at Cap was great. You know, it was just very direct. You know, there wasn't any time for drama or like who said this or who's trying to take whose spot, because the people that Cap trains and like that go there, they're very just wrestling oriented. They wanted this to be their job or it's their hobby, but they put all their heart and soul into it. So when you're in that kind of family space and you're in that like kind of group where everyone's just working to help everyone get better, because if one person's doing great at Cap, everybody's
doing great. Yeah. I want to try to get more people to the shows to the point where they're going to have to start changing the venues because they need more room. Because I think it has the potential.
Oh, yeah.
It has. You have the roster, you have the stories, you have matches. There's all kinds of cool characters from Dr. Cool to the Sweeper, even Stevens. You have Vargas killing it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people doing a lot. Cardigan.
My baby.
That's your baby. Is there anybody that you're taking under your wing right now? Like at Creative Pro, maybe like a young rookie that we should be looking out for?
I wouldn't say so, just because I don't live in New York right now.
Okay.
So I haven't been able to be at a Cap training in a while.
So you're traveling to the Cap shows, like from where you at now?
Massachusetts.
No, I got a lot of family in Massachusetts. You got good pizza over there. I have family in Lowell and Drake over there.
Oh, okay. I'm like 25 minutes from Lowell.
You should go to the Lowell House of Pizza and get yourself a cheesesteak calzone.
Ooh.
And then you go back to the gym and you're working right off the next day, no problem.
How about we skip the gym and I just order a second calzone and call it a cheat day?
I like it. I like it. I might actually have to come down to Lowell, Massachusetts and meet you there and we'll have that cheesesteak calzone together. I need a good reason to go visit my uncle.
Let's make it a date.
Sounds like a plan. We're going to definitely talk about it. Maybe we can get MJF to come down too. Maybe.
I don't know if he eats calzones. I don't think that man eats a calzone.
I know he goes to the gym in Syosset over there. You ever worked out with him?
I don't think so. I'm trying to remember if there was a time we just like needed to go to a gym, because even when we both lived on the island, we lived in separate parts. Like he lived a little more.
What part of the island were you from, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm from Nassau County, so I'm from like Farmingdale and Levittown.
And you were born in Long Island?
Yes.
Born and raised New Yorker as well. So we gotta go crazy for Aaron Rourke when we see him wrestle live again. True New Yorker. But are you a Boston person now? Like, are you a Red Sox fan, or do you have any fans? The teams? Giants won tonight. You happy about that?
I've always been like a Jets, Mets, Rangers fan.
That's tough.
Rangers, yeah.
Well, Rangers, not Rangers. You've had some with the Rangers. I'm a Knicks fan, so you know, I already know I'm almost like borderline depressed.
Yeah. So it's like I don't even really watch sports besides wrestling. Like I like hockey the most. Yeah. But it's more of like a family. Like these are our teams. You can't divert from them.
No, absolutely. I'm a Yankees fan, so that's the only reason why I have like any confidence. So
yeah.
But not lately. They're killing me, but it's all right. I don't want to get into baseball, but I do want to get back into Creative Pro. And you have Mr. Alex Riley, who's been making a lot of appearances as of late at Creative Pro. Have you ever had any run-ins with him, any conversations, any cool stories?
No, I haven't had any run-ins with him. I did see him at the last show, and I said hi and introduced myself. But I'm really excited that he's like been doing cap shows and might be.
He
Doing...
looks like he's enjoying it, like very much so. You know,
I mean,
I had a lot of hope for him back in the day. I liked his run with the Miz, which I wanted to actually ask you about the Miz. What do you think about the Miz's run, like maybe the last year?
I mean, that's difficult just because...
Like with the Dexter Loomis thing primarily. Like, did you even think that was a great storyline? Or is there anything on WWE TV that you're loving right now? Just a little, like, touch on that, if you could.
I really like Bray Wyatt's stuff. I really like telling stories, and I like my character kind of fits in that realm-ish of, like, a little sci-fi, a little otherworldly, a little mystic. So, you know, I really enjoy his storytelling, and it's always like a twist and a turn, and there's always more to what you see. So I really enjoy when he has his moments on TV and getting to see how he creates scenarios and narratives. I love that. But when it comes to Alex Riley, it's like so cool to just see him like wrestling on the same shows as me, because when I was watching him, like I was younger, but he was with The Miz, and I thought I loved their stuff together. I thought it was great.
They worked great. And then he had a little run in NXT. Did you watch NXT at all?
I do watch NXT, not as much as I probably should. But...
It's been much better lately. Like the last few months have been, I mean, week to week. To me, they've been winning the weekly winners some weeks. A lot of people are sleeping on it.
I mean, that's what makes it great, is that you tune into both and you want to see who's going to have the better show.
But I'm assuming you never miss Wednesday Night Dynamite, right?
I mean, I try not to.
It's pretty hard to lately, especially, did you see last week's Dynamite?
I saw, last week I was, traveling, and I was also working a lot. So I've only been seeing, clips, but I always try to watch it because, of course, a lot of my close friends work for this company, so I want to support them.
That's why I would think you probably try not to miss it, because you're always going to see someone you know on the TV. We're going to talk more about some people that you might know in a little bit, but I want to know, besides watching AEW, are you an actual fan of anybody to the point where you're buying their merch at this point? As a wrestler, do you still buy wrestling merch?
I still do, not as often. It has to be something where I'm like, oh, I really want that shirt, or oh, I really like that shirt, because I just hoard as it is, so I don't need more shirts.
I don't need any more shirts. I buy a couple. I bought an MJF one. I'm going to buy one of yours actually as well to throw some support. And I hope more people out there do on his Pro Wrestling Tees store. You guys should all do that. But back to this. Another tag team right there. You got your Cap Tag Team Champions. Better Call Slade. So I wanted to ask you a little bit about them. And would you, if you were going to put together a tag team and challenge them to take down their, championship run, who would it be from Cap right now? Who would be your perfect tag team partner? Or it doesn't even have to be from Cap. Maybe it's somebody else that we don't even know about.
This is hard because the Dime Piece doesn't really like to share the spotlight, so I have to imagine it's someone who he would tolerate and allow to be in his aura.
Okay. So someone that would follow. They can lead.
Yeah, they have to know who's in charge. And
yes,
you're in my group. I'm the leader.
All right, so then you're the leader of a stable. Who are your 3 first picks? Worldwide, any promotion, any company. Your stable. This is your shit. They gotta have your back. Who you taking to war?
I just multiply myself by 2.
I like that answer.
Have to be Aaron Rourke's.
That's a good answer. I know Michael Keaton had a movie called Multiplicity where there's some guy cloned 3 of him. Maybe we can find that guy and get this popping.
I could be like the Powerpuff Girls. Each mohawk is a different color. We got pink and then blue and then green.
I love that idea.
I could see it work. I actually like it. Yeah.
Love it.
Maybe you should find some lookalikes for now. And with the mask on and the glasses on, you could make it work probably. And they'll be your 3 cyborgs, you could say.
Hell yeah.
Something
just
like that.
Controlling them to do what I need to do.
Yeah, that's your stable. You don't need. Yeah, that's actually a fantastic idea. I would even say you need 4 of them.
All right, so whatever scientist knows how to clone who's watching this, whatever you need from me,
I like
it.
A
favor.
I think it can work. I think people would like it. We got also Bronson coming down.
Woo.
Oh baby, again February 19th. Lynn Brooke, and of course Notorious Mimi, it's funny because I just had Vicious Vicky on the show the other day, and I know they're bitter rivals. Do you know anything about their beef?
I don't know anything about their beef.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Mimi when I see her. How about Mimi? Do you have any run-ins with Mimi?
We've been on a couple.
Because I've seen a lot of intergender matches that you're doing, which is like awesome. Tell me a little bit about that. Was that something that you pursued yourself, or were the girls coming up to you and asking you for matches?
No, I think it's I kind of just, it's whatever you're asked to do. And I don't ever really look at gender as like I'm having an intergender match. I'm like, okay, my opponent just happens to be a woman. So like, who cares? We're still gonna have
not at all. Absolutely. No, some of the better matches I've seen, like it's crazy to watch. And even WWE mainstream's getting into it now with Rhea Ripley, and she's out there body slamming dudes, which, who's your favorite maybe female roster right now? Like, are you a fan of Bianca Belair? Are you a fan of Rhea Ripley?
I love Bianca.
That's my Mania match. I want to see Ripley versus Bianca. I think they'll kill it.
I love both of them. I love Charlotte. I think
Charlotte's she's my go.
Great. The thing is they have such an eclectic roster that I look at it and I'm like, I like certain things from everyone. I like Shotzi Blackheart's uniqueness. She looks completely different from anyone else on the roster.
Yeah, it's true.
I
like Sonya Deville as well. Sonya Deville, I'm a big fan of.
Yeah.
I thought Ronda Rousey the last few months stepped her game up to another level, and people are hating it. People are hating on her a lot. Hashtag Ronda fired and all this bullshit. Does it ever drive you nuts that fans are just so evil sometimes?
I mean, evil recognizes evil, so I see it, and I'm like, all right.
There's some hateful comments on the Twitter and this, about people losing their jobs and their livelihood.
Yeah,
we don't got to take it that far.
People just take it too far, and it doesn't have to be that serious or that extreme. Just let things play out, let things happen before we make such rash judgments and start wanting to fire people. Like these are still people.
It's okay if you don't agree with the booking, but don't take it out on the wrestlers.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Brian Myers.
There he is.
He's got to be one of your favorite people on the planet, right? How cool is he?
Oh, I love him. He's amazing. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him and Papa. Like, I owe him my entire career. My whole career, like, I do it for them because they gave me it. I have nothing but respect and admiration, and I'm completely indebted to them. And Brian knows how much I love him. I tell him all the time.
I'm sure he took a look at you and saw the potential after your first few days in the ring. Would you mind telling about like a new wrestler that wants to become a wrestler, what the first couple of weeks are going to be like at not just Creative Pro, but like, your average wrestling school? Because Creative Pro is not your average wrestling school. Creative Pro is actually like a paradise. It's like a 5-star hotel compared to some wrestling schools I've seen. But yeah, tell me a little bit about what someone should expect.
I think you just have to understand that if this was a business everyone could do, everyone would do it. So it's not going to be easy. It's going to be repetitive. You're going to have to learn something over and over again. And you're going to think like, this might be a little pointless, or like, I don't want to do this. I want to do that. I don't want to work on technique. I want to do clotheslines and body slams. It's like, you have to work at the small stuff before you can do the big stuff. Wrestling is a marathon, not a sprint. So you have to have patience, and you just have to have that mental drive to want to do this, because the only way you become good at this and want to be successful at this is through repetition and just sticking with it. So if you really want to do this, you're just going to have to learn and keep trying and go to practice all the time and make sure you're applying the corrections, and you'll slowly build yourself up until you get to that point where it becomes a second nature, and then you can start expanding. But I think, your first couple weeks, months, you just gotta be like a sponge. Just take all that knowledge, try your hardest, and just, when you're there, give it 100%.
100%. Take those bumps carefully. What's the scariest bump you've ever taken?
Oh boy.
Or were you even scared?
There's always a level of like fear, but at the same time, I'm like, let's do it. The scariest bump I ever did, it's like a tie. There was a ladder match at Blitzkrieg that I was in a year or so ago, and it was me. It was a bunch of us, but I remember VSK and Bobby were in that match, and Hermit Crab was in that match, and there's another guy. I think his name is Marcus. Sorry if I forget your name. I'm bad with names. I'm sorry, but I know him by face.
It's gonna get worse as you get older.
Right? So I did a Meteora off the top and hit VSK, but also landed on a ladder that also had Bobby underneath it. So that was scary because I thought I was close to killing someone. The second bump is in a match against Brad Cashew at a chaotic show. He gave me a top rope neck breaker. So that was a little terrifying, but like,
yeah, I could imagine that being scary. But John Gilch over here says it's Marcus Mathers.
No, not Marcus Mathers.
Not Marcus Mathers, not at all. No.
That might not even be his name at all.
Okay. It's all right. He took a bump. It was scary. Yeah, bumps they get real. You ever been busted open?
No, and I want to be. I'm waiting for it.
So you got to make that happen. Never. No, maybe soon. Get the right opponent in there.
I think everyone's just afraid to mess up this pretty face, and I understand it's really nice to look at. Like,
you do the side with the paint on it. It'll be all right. It's all right.
Yeah, you won't even notice. I'll wear red face paint so you don't even notice.
Okay, you're going to cheat to win a match. What weapon are you using?
Well, if it's not my title belt, which I should have.
All right, one maybe you would sneak under the ring and when nobody's looking, just have it there. And
I think I would use a kendo stick.
I like it. Okay.
I was thinking that.
And Anthony, by the way, if you got questions, please jump in at any time because we only got a few slides left. Obviously, you're welcome to stay on this interview for as long as you want. I mean, I can probably keep asking you questions for a long time. But yeah, like I said, if you have a question, jump in. In the meantime, Pat Buck, what does Pat Buck mean to you? And how much training did he give you besides Myers?
I love Pat Buck. To me, he's like a wrestling guru. He knows everything somehow. He's been doing it for a minute, and I just respect everything he's done. I mean, he knows holds to character work. He really just knows everything. So learning from him was great. He taught me things that I never thought I would learn. He also there's a sternness in the way he teaches, but it's not mean. It's just this is the correction, apply it. And it's very okay, I got it, I'm gonna do it. And that's kind of how I learned when I was a younger athlete and I was in track and in dance. That's how I would absorb knowledge. You would just have to tell me what I was doing wrong, show me, and I'll get it done right. So I really gravitated towards him, and he has always supported me, and I love him dearly. I can't thank him enough for everything he's done for me.
Yeah, they both seem like just straight up awesome people. I met them at the Creative Pro. I love the toy drive they do. But real quick, I want to get into something more personal for you. So when you're not wrestling, you're not traveling, you're not eating cheesesteak calzones in Lowell, Massachusetts, what are you doing for fun right now? Like this week, next week, this year, last year? What are you doing for fun?
Does sleeping in my bed count?
Absolutely. Why not? That's that's the highlight of my day sometimes. My son goes to bed 8:00. Sometimes my wife is too tired to put him down. And when I see that mattress, man, it is hard. It is hard to resist the power of the sleep.
I mean, it is. I work all day and wrestle all night and train and work out.
So you're working full time right now, part time?
I work a full time job, also wrestling full time, also really trying to work out 4 days a week.
You're living the life. I mean, you're trying to make that dream happen. It takes sacrifice. So you're not having fun. You're not partying. Instead, you're working, and then you're working, and then you're sleeping.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday it was my friend's birthday dinner, and that was the first time I had probably gone out in a while. So I was having fun, but that doesn't happen for me often. I have a very tight schedule, and sometimes it's nice, and sometimes I'm wow, I wish I just had a day to do something. But I'm I would rather be.
You got to try your best. Once every other month, you pick a special day that's just going to be specifically pampering and having fun, and go to like a nice spa. You get a massage, go into the sauna, go into the cold. Do you like spas and stuff like that, or not really?
Aesthetically, they seem like they'd be up my alley. I don't know how I feel about having someone rub me.
Okay, wait, you don't get massages at all?
No.
Really? Not how
Never
about a
got one in my
chiropractor? Did you go to a chiropractor?
My friend Landon Hale, who's a professional wrestler, everyone should follow him. He's great. He's a chiropractor. So one time he did adjust me.
Nice. Was it great? Was everything popping?
I have a phobia of that stuff because when they do the neck things, I feel like they break their necks.
Oh, I don't know if you heard that. Oh God, I mean, it's so good. I begged my wife to step on me at night, and she hates me for it. I pushed my back. I can't because my back. I used to wrestle. I used to take a lot of bumps, a lot of crazy shit, bumps on concrete back in the day. So for me, it just feels great. But do you have to say this though, right? Because I'm sure you've taken a bump on concrete, right?
I don't think. Not to
Never?
my knowledge.
Not yet, right? You haven't had that street fight yet.
Like I've taken it on like a hardwood floor. Like I did a dive.
Hardwood floor, okay, but hardwood floor is not a canvas, right? My point is, when you wrestle so much and you're taking these bumps, your back, at this point, can handle a lot.
Too much.
You're groomed for it.
I know, and it's nice because
it's good and it's bad.
Yeah, it's good and it's bad because you're like, my back shouldn't be able to just bounce off the floor and be fine.
If you ever need some like physical therapy equipment, like cryo tech cuff stuff like that, I'm the guy to talk to about that. I can take care of you. Free of charge. They usually run about $5,000 and even more to rent. So you hit me up, I'll take care of you. 30 days, something like that. You get a free prescription from me. Just don't tell anybody, except everybody already knows because it's fucking live, but I don't care.
I was gonna lean in and be like, "We're live, buddy."
Yeah, it's all right. The doctors don't watch wrestling shows.
No, they don't.
No, they don't. They just don't.
Been in that cryo chamber and just get frozen.
You ever been in a cryo chamber?
No.
They're actually very, very good. I mean, the first couple of minutes, it's like kind of like a shock, but then you just get into it and you're like, oh wow, this is nice. It's like taking a cold shower. Do you take cold showers?
Sometimes I do.
Yeah, they say that if you take 2 cold showers a day, you'll live to like 95.
Well, I don't know if I want to live to 95. That's a long life.
What's your number that you're happy with?
I would like to cash out at like 80. Like,
my thing is when I can't wipe my ass anymore, I'm good.
Yeah.
Send me off the bridge.
Like I want to be old and see like my grandchildren. Whatever, or like my sister's grandchildren, like that's cool. But when I start not,
you have a big family. You only have one sister.
I have a brother and a sister.
Brother and a sister. Okay, well, I'm only child here. I grew up with all the attention.
I wish. You would think Aaron Rourke should have grown up as an only child.
Yeah, actually, you're right.
That's cursed with 2 siblings.
All right, I guess we'll get back to the slides real quick. And back, MJF, but guess what? We're not going to talk about you anymore, MJF, because we've given you enough attention tonight. Damn it. Let's talk about this guy.
Hey.
Tell me a little bit about your run-in with Mr. Platinum Max, who's one of the best guys on the mic right now, able to come down to the ring and just do his thing and cut great rap songs, like seemingly like it's nothing.
He is like, he's the true definition of an enigma. He is just like different. And it's just, he can rap on the drop of a dime. He's incredibly gifted in the ring. And he's just like this very interesting person in real life. And that's the only word I can use is interesting and very nice and sweet. And I will say, when I was first starting out, he helped me a lot. He would wrestle me before classes. He would wrestle me after classes. He would always be helping me as much as he could, and I would always ask him questions, and I would always really go to him. And I'm very thankful that I got to train with him, I got to wrestle him, I got to know him, and I get to call him a good friend because he has done so much for me. And I think he's incredible.
I've been a big fan for a long time. I told him when I first met him, you guys are definitely going to be champs like this year. It happened. You could see it, just the organic. Have you had you met Bowens? Obviously, I'm sure.
Yes.
How cool is Bowens?
I love him. He's great.
And no offense to Max, and you can tell him I said this because I don't care. I don't care at this point. I love Max Caster with all my heart, but Anthony Bowens has been carrying that load in the wrestling ring for like the last year. So good. The only thing Max is missing that I want to see, and I don't know if it's just the way his character is, maybe he's designed that way to not try too hard, but I feel like there's times in the ring where he needs to be more intense, man, on TV, on AEW. Like, and I love him, and I love his matches. Like, I love his matches. There's matches where he's on the whole night, but then there's other times where you could see it. Bowens comes out and the intensity doesn't match between Bowens and Max Caster, and I need him to stop that right now because the opportunity he has in front of him, man, he can go on to be one of the greatest half tag team combo in the history of pro wrestling. He has that opportunity right now, man, because not only is he over, I mean, everyone loves the Acclaimed. Everyone loves the Acclaimed. But yeah, all day. They started such a worldwide trend. We're seeing this at playoff games. We're seeing this at, all kinds of events around the world. They're just absolutely murdering it right now in the business. And again, they're coming from Creative Pro. It's just, you got to be on cloud nine right now because it's like you have that same opportunity and you're watching the opportunity on TV for them. So I don't know, man. It's just got to be so magical for you. It
is. I mean,
you're living the dream right now, man. All the hard work is gonna fucking pay off. I promise you.
I'm hoping so. I mean, I get to watch the people I look up to, who I trained with. I get to watch them live out their dream on TV. I want to be there with them.
We got a question from one of our co-hosts who, I guess tonight he wants to be a watcher instead of a person in the stream, but he wants to know, what has Warrior Wrestling done for you personally as a wrestler?
Warrior Wrestling?
I don't know. Maybe he doesn't even know what he's talking about. Yeah. Maybe that's why he's not on the show. Terrible question. Warrior Wrestling. I don't even know what the hell that is. He's talking about Ultimate Warrior?
I don't. That's the thing. I was like, are we talking about a promotion?
Talking about the Ultimate Warrior? Well, Ultimate Warrior definitely wasn't on TV when you started watching.
Say that one more time?
Warrior wasn't on TV when you had started watching.
Yeah, no.
No way. You don't know that, dude. But you know these guys.
I do
big
know
fans of these guys right here?
I am very big fans.
If I have to put you on the spot and tell you to pick one right now, do you have a pick?
Oh my God. I don't know.
Like, you got a contract in front of you. They're both for the same amount of money.
I think if it came down to it, I think because when I was younger, WWE was around first.
They got you. You're one of them.
I mean, it's your dream.
Absolutely. What are you, crazy? You know it is.
Of course, I would go anywhere for any amount of money.
Absolutely.
They could sign me for a nickel.
And you know what? AEW won't knock you for having that dream.
Yeah, I grew up watching WWE. I've had dreams of main eventing WrestleMania and winning the belt. Doesn't mean I don't want to work for AEW. I would work for anyone for any amount of money. You could actually pay me in food. That's great.
Let's fast forward 5 years. Let's say you win the Royal Rumble. Who's going to be in the main event at WrestleMania for you? In your mind, like, who do you see in the game right now that you would be defeating at Mania for that title?
Oh man, that's hard because I feel like
it's a hard one, right?
Such a...
How about this? We'll play a break and then you give us your answer when we come back. Does that sound good?
Yeah, let's do that.
We'll do like a short break. It won't be nothing crazy.
Okay.
Let's see what we got over here.
What are you yelling? I'm excited.
Nice.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, Brian say you live at the champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. Smackdown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.
Right, Jay, that's why you're not on the show. God, you silly. All right, so you got something for us? Dime piece.
Okay, so I think of everything logistically. I'm thinking in 5 years, if I won the Royal Rumble, who am I facing? I'm wondering if Roman Reigns would be in the title picture at that time, because I envision him going off and doing other things after this era of his title reign. I'm trying to think. I mean, my dream would be like to face like Finn Balor at WrestleMania.
Another wrestler who deserves redemption.
I agree. I very much agree. I used to watch him all the time when he first came in NXT. When I saw him, I was like, "Oh, who is this?" And then I saw all his Japan stuff, and I was like, "Wow, I need to wrestle this guy."
I met Finn Balor once at Access. I couldn't get his autograph, even though I tried. I'm like, "They're not looking, just sign it." He's like, I can't. There was like people watching, like I guess that I didn't see. They won't let you, but Finn was very nice to me.
I would love to have a face like a paint battle, because like Demon Finn Balor versus like Demon Dime.
So you don't want to take on Finn. You want to take on the Demon.
Yeah, let's put Evil.
It's a different animal.
Demon.
I like that matchup, actually. That sounds like a WrestleMania main event to me. Finn Balor versus the Demon. John Gilcher did have a question. Have you ever wrestled KC Navarro?
I have not. I would love to, because he's very talented, and I'm always in awe of people who can wrestle like he does. They're very fast, and it's boom, boom, bing, bing, bing. Like, people think I'm fast, he's fast.
Do you prefer talking about your matches before the matches, or do you just like being able to get in there and call it on the fly? Depending on who you're working with, obviously, I'm sure.
I think it's very situational. It has to be a situational thing.
So someone you're comfortable with, you don't need to go over a match. You guys are going to get in there and just do what you do.
I mean, if you're friends, like, you probably know what each other do, which makes for a more interesting match, because then you know how to counter it, you know how to get out of it, you can create whole new sequences, and so it doesn't matter to me, as long as I just get to wrestle and prove that I'm the best, as I've been saying.
Okay. Let's say 5 years from now, AEW Fight Forever 5 comes out and you're in the cover of the game. What are going to be your 10 or 7 or 8 moves that you have to be in the game, including your finisher, your signature, your setup, all that? Like, what's your move set for the fans out there tonight?
So finishers, the package DDT, the Woe DT as I call it, work of art. I'd say signature has to be the front handspring double chop.
That's a nice one. I've seen that live.
That and the blue thunder bomb, which I call the violet thunder bomb, because purple's my favorite color.
Okay.
So that's 3. Split-legged moonsault is probably my other finisher. You probably have to do, for submissions, probably figure 8. Scorpion Deathlock with the butterfly grip, like that Saraya used to do as her finisher. I love that submission. I've done it one time, and it was so cool. That, a spear, a spine buster, a molly go round.
You can keep going. You can have as many moves as you want. Like, I
was gonna say, I was like, I can kind of do everything. So,
wrestling, I miss it. I miss it. I took a chop the other day from Mr. Kennedy. Do you know Mr. Kennedy?
Do I know? He has the most iconic entrance ever with the microphone.
Yeah. He's going to be on this show soon enough. We were talking. He was nice enough to give me his phone number. But just that chop bring me back to a time. Because that's the first chop I've taken from a pro wrestler in probably like almost 20 years.
Damn. So your body was like, oh, I remember this. And I remember.
Oh, but yeah, but I ate it. I liked it. And then I chopped him, but I didn't go all the way with him. I didn't want to kill Mr. Kennedy.
Yeah.
No. I like Mr. Kennedy.
You're being nice.
He's a nice guy. Nice guy. Have you had any run-ins with any celebrities or wrestlers that maybe you were kind of like nervous or starstruck, let's say? Because I know Cap does work with some pretty big stars sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, I'm very blessed to wrestle at 2 places that have very close connections with 2 top companies, that of Creative Pro and New England Pro Wrestling Academy, where Chaotic is based out of. So I've gotten to meet a handful of wrestlers and people on TV, and it's super cool. I mean, you get to meet someone who's doing your dream, and you watch them on TV and you get to see them and possibly ask them some questions or get to show them what you can do. So I've been very blessed in my career, and I've met a lot of cool, eclectic people that I'll just always be thankful for.
Yeah, you don't seem like the type that gets starstruck, though.
Oh, I keep it inward, you know. I just choke it down.
Have you ever taken a cool bra? The cool bra? Yeah, the cool bra. instead of the Cobra. I guess that's Dr. Cool's move with his new
Yes.
move original.
I wrestled Dr. Cool on a Cap TV when I was Cap TV champion and Chaotic Panoptic champion. And he cool-brubbed me. And
John Gilcher wants to know if it was the most deadly move ever.
I mean, it stunned me, and then Dr. Cool almost broke my nose. So you could say that.
But then you got up and kicked his ass.
You have to go watch it to find out.
Pretty sure I did. Now maybe he has a question that makes sense. Talk to us about Wrestling Open.
Wrestling Open has been such a blast. I mean, I used to do Uncharted Territories, and those were only for like a specific period of time. You know, they would have their designated weeks. But having this Wrestling Open that's every Thursday, you have a different opportunity, a different opponent, a different kind of match. You know, I think it's really cool. And it's awesome to get to wrestle people you probably wouldn't wrestle if it wasn't for something like Wrestling Open, where wrestlers are just, they sign up and whoever you get, you get. And
how are you going about going to different companies right now? Do you send emails? Do you just show up to shows and talk to the bookers? Like, what are you doing to even try to get back on AEW? Are you like, are they calling you? Are you calling them? Or are you trying to be, are you aggressive with it is what I want to know.
I try to stay professionally aggressive. Like, I don't spam people, you know, I just let them know I'm interested.
No spam, but once a week, you know, like a feeler, you get out there, hey.
Yeah, I'll send out an email, a Facebook message, my stuff, you know, I'll wait to hear back from them. You know, if I do send the follow-up message and I don't get back to them, then, you know, the ball's in their court, and that's fine.
I think you're Dynamite ready, man.
I mean, I would love to be. I mean, I'm hot as Dynamite. I wrestle like Dynamite. I belong on Dynamite.
No, 100%. Aaron Rourke is Dynamite ready. I'm going to make sure I make a couple of clips of this. Mr. Tony Khan, you need to do your job and book the talent, and this is the talent. Aaron Rourke is the talent. I've seen it live. I want to see Aaron Rourke on Dynamite this year. I want to see Aaron Rourke take on, give me Andrade. I think they would put on absolute wrestling clinic.
I want to see him face. I want to see him face MJF.
All right, yeah, well, yeah, I do too. But he's got to, you know, they got to make a story like that makes sense. Obviously, he's not going to just show up and take on MJF. Although I'm sure he wouldn't mind that. I don't think I would mind that either, but I know who would. MJF would. He'd be scared, like you said. He'd be scared of you, Mr. Maxwell.
I mean, I think he would if he saw this sassy little thing walking down the ramp in his kingdom. You know,
I love it. Yeah,
I'm coming to knock him off the throne.
There's a lot of good matches that we could see if you landed in Dynamite. Do you ever have any thoughts about maybe moving to Florida and pursuing NXT at all? Because I know with NXT, you got to be. Have you ever went to the Performance Center? Have you tried out?
I've never tried out. I've never been to the Performance Center. I would go, like I said, I would go anywhere. NXT, AEW, like you name it, I'm there. I love to wrestle. Doesn't matter what company it is for me. Whoever shows interest or thinks that I'm a good fit for them, I would love to. I've dabbled with the idea of moving to Florida for sure.
It's much cheaper than Massachusetts and New York City. That's for sure.
That is very true.
You know, and honestly, you could just get a job across the street of the Performance Center. And you know, apply. Eventually, you're gonna get the tryout. You're gonna kill the tryout. From what we saw, the work that you're putting in the gym, obviously, the cardio is not going to be an issue. How many miles can you run?
Oh well, I used to be a track runner, but I haven't.
That's why I wanted to ask. How many miles can you run?
I haven't ran in like so long, but
all right. Let's say the world is ending and you have to run away from the comet. How many miles are you running before you fall down?
Before I fall down, yeah. Probably. I'll give myself like 8 miles.
That's good. That's great. You'd be lucky if I get 1.5.
Runner. I used to be a distance runner, so I would run like the long races.
That's sick. It's a good skill to have. People don't take running as seriously as they should, because being able to run away from things is a good thing.
Yeah, comets, murderers, your problems.
Yes,
perfect.
Absolutely. Jose Cora making a great comment right here. Every wrestler in the indie says you are ready, and I agree with all those indie wrestlers. The reason I say that is because I've heard legends say this. You know, it's true, it's not true, it's an opinion. Average wrestler takes about a good 7 years for them to really get it as far as like the moves, the character, the storytelling, the selling, just the whole dynamic of like how to work the camera, how to work the crowd, how to work the audience, which I've seen you do all of that. You know how to work the camera, you know how to work the audience, obviously know the moves. You obviously have chemistry with almost everyone I've seen you in the ring with, usually instantly, because you're just that damn good. So again, Tony Khan, stop wasting time. There's about 40 people on the roster that you're not using properly. So either maybe get rid of them, send them to Ring of Honor, and bring up Mr. Aaron Rourke over here. I'm sorry to say it. I don't want them to be gone, and I'm not dropping names or anything. I'm just so sick of so many talented people not being used at all, let alone properly. Yeah, I'm sure that irritates you as well as a wrestler when you see someone that you know is super talented, someone that you know can perform on a high level. They can talk on the mic, they can go, but they're just being used as a butler.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Am I wrong?
I don't think you're wrong. You know, wrestling is tricky, you know?
I can't wait till that butler uniform comes off and VSK just appears. Because I think you and him are right here, like as far as cap talent goes. And no offense to you, but I'm a big VSK guy. I love him too.
I love VSK.
You might be a little right here as far as like the personality, because obviously your personality is like on another stratosphere. It pops. You know, you really stand out just as soon as you come up with your entrance. VSK, he stands out when he starts getting in the ring and he starts going. You know, we know how talented the guy is. So that's, I think, the difference between Aaron Rourke and VSK. VSK in the ring, you in the ring, on same level, no problem. But character development, I think you're here. You're right. You have your character. You know who you are. You know what you want to do. You know what you want to say. You don't even need a script. You're probably like, that's it. Aaron Rourke is here.
Rolodex of hate up there.
Is that your real name, by the way, Aaron Rourke, or is that your?
That is my ring name.
That's your ring name. Okay, so nobody knows your real name.
No, but probably people who follow me on like Facebook, or sometimes people accidentally call me by my real name, and I'm like, who that? I don't know him.
Yeah, well, I think we asked this earlier, but we can ask it again because more people are coming in now. Hopefully, Mick Thompson. Now, a lot of people are going to start showing up, probably when he's going to want to leave, but it's okay. Do you prefer tag or solo? He wants to know one more time, and he said we've seen you tag with Bobby Orlando. Who's your favorite tag team partner that you've had a match with so far?
That's gonna put me in a boiling pot of water.
We could skip it. We don't want to get you in trouble.
I'm very partial because I've been part of many tag teams. It was me and Phil and Perfect, me and Shook Crew, Club Camp, me and Ava Everett, and Becca, Y2 Cuties, me, Ava, and Ricky, part of Art at Limitless.
Shook Crew is a great faction. I hope one day we see them on Dynamite. I want Bobby and Bryce to definitely get the call up. I know Bryce has had AEW matches. I think Bobby has done something. I'm not 100%, but I know Bryce has.
Yeah, I want them to get the call too. I think they're so talented. I mean,
Bryce is great, man. He's a stud in the ring. Absolute stud. Absolutely diamond. Great look, great height, great physique, and just physical presence that, you know, when he steps up and he gets into the ring, you know he's there. You're about to see something cool.
I'm used to staring at people face to face or looking down at them. When I wrestle him, I stare right at his nipples, and I'm like,
he's tall. His dad's really cool too. He's like every show, super supportive. I just wanted to remind everybody that you can go to Pro Wrestling Tees and make sure you pick up this shirt. This is the shirt that I'm probably going to buy. I really like it. There's a little better.
I don't know which one I want to get.
He's got a few. He does have a few. I'll take a look at them. Let's see what else we got. We got the Evil Gay shirt, which I think that. What's your best-selling shirt right now on there?
That one.
This one, 100%. I would imagine so, man, because that's a hell of a statement. Do you know who the number one pro wrestling T-shirt seller is right now? And would you like to know?
I would love to know. I have no idea, but I'm sure I could give a good
Sparkle
guess.
City. That's not bad.
Suplex City. That's an influence from Lesnar.
I like it. It's Danhausen. Danhausen right now is your number one.
Oh, of course.
What's this one?
Sparkle
I like
City
the diamond one.
Uncharted territory, because when I was doing Germans, they would start chanting Sparkle City.
I think I'm gonna get this one. I like the spotlight stealer. It's better than I'm not gonna steal the show. I'm gonna just steal the whole damn spotlight.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
That should be your line. I'm not just gonna steal the show. I'm gonna steal the whole damn spotlight.
I mean, facts. I mean, it kind of speaks for itself. When I stand in the middle of the ring, no one's stealing my spotlight.
I like it. I hope you use that one day. You have my permission. I won't charge you any royalties, anything.
Thank you. I wasn't gonna pay anyway, but thank you so much.
So you don't even need me though. You got your own lines, your own things. So much to talk about. How long do you want to stay on here? Because I could talk to you all night, and I don't want to do that to you if you have things to do. Or
I do have to head to bed soon because I do have to.
Absolutely. Yeah. We could always have you back on the show. And what I wanted to tell you is I host Raw after Raw. What I do after Raw, after NXT, after AEW. I just talk about the actual wrestlers, okay? We don't sit here and talk about Vincent Kennedy McMahon for 49 hours. Vincent, whatever. I don't know, man. I don't care. I'm so sick of it. I've heard Vince's name 10,000 times in the last week. Do you have anything to say about this entire Vince McMahon situation? Who do you want to see end up buying the WWE or anybody buy it at all?
I tend to pull back from all that because I feel like
best decision.
You would have to be there to comment on it. That's how I really feel. I can't comment on it from an outside perspective. But when it comes in terms to buying WWE, I hope either they sell to someone who can handle the company and keep it as it is and not change it, or they should just not sell it.
I'm cheering for Disney. Give me good movies about old wrestlers. Andre the Giant's Toy Story edition.
If Disney buys it, just save it till hopefully I make it there one day, because I would love a Disney movie. I think I'd be a great Disney princess.
I like it. I could see that being a #1 box office success, maybe in the year 2032, maybe 2029. You never know.
Hell yeah. I feel like I'd be very Elsa-like a nice queen.
You're going to kill it. You're going to do big things. So like I said, man, you can come on the show. You got an open invitation. If you ever watch Raw, NXT, or AEW, and you want to come just talk about the matches you saw, you're more than welcome anytime. You let me know. I'll send you the link. You come right in. We will see you live February 19th. The Savage Kingdom will be there. We'll be cheering you on. And hope you kick some ass wherever you fight, which I'm sure you will. And again, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate you.
Thank you, guys. I had a great time. Thank you. I love answering questions. You guys asked great questions, and you guys are very welcoming, and I would love to be back on. So thank you so much. I appreciate everything.
Man. Maybe 10 years from now, maybe MJF comes on here. And
we just have a verbal.
When he retires. He's too busy right now.
Too busy, but
yeah. After you retire him, I think that's the match I want to see. I want to see the retirement match. Strap for career. And then you take his strap and the career at the same damn time, whenever it happens.
I think I would cry if I had.
Let's book it. Yeah, why not? I'd cry too. I'd cry like a big baby if I beat MJF for the world championship. That'd be like, dream come true. Fairy tale ending.
It would. I would feel bad, but
Would you keep his Triple B build, or would you change it to now some new hot shit, as they would say?
Oh, if I got to make my own belt.
Tell me, yeah. Let me hear what your new title would look like before you go.
It would have to be like a dark purple strap, because purple's my favorite color. And it would just be like, it would be like rhinestone, and I don't know if it would be gold. I think it would have to be silver. It would just be reflective, and it would be very pretty. It would be a very pretty belt. And I think people would get very annoyed because he'd be like, it looks like an accessory. And I'm like, duh, it's an accessory for this perfection.
I like it. Very custom, very probably top selling title one day. But yes, Aaron Rourke, awesome to have you here. Anthony, thank you for being here with us. We'll catch you all next time. Good luck on February 19th. And yes, Tony Khan, stop fucking around and book this man immediately.
Mr. Kennedy, and he has a lot to say to everyone out there watching. It's gonna be on Wrestling with Savage. Stop yelling so much. Why are you yelling? Why are you yelling? I'm excited. You're watching this. This is Mr. Kennedy taking a chop from Savage. He just gave me a nice stiff one. Oh, solid. I appreciate you, brother.
You're watching Wrestling with Savage, the best late night wrestling show in the world.
I say you are are listening to Wrestling with Savage, the best podcast in the history of podcasts.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, proud to you live by the champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. SmackDown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Because they are the best tag team in the world. Tag team.
Be my honor to be a guest on your show.
Christmas Bully Ray, good job, Savage. It's the best hat in pro wrestling. Get that fucking raw man, yeah.
What happened? You guys don't want to leave? Nobody wants to go home? We're still here? Yeah, we're live. And that was our interview with Aaron Rourke, and he absolutely killed it. Gilch might come on eventually to tell you what he thinks about it. I don't know. Mick Thomason says, stay tantalizing. How about you, Anthony? How'd you feel about that interview? And real quick, we'll do a little post-wrap interview with you. And next time, if it's just me and you like that, please feel free to just say anything at any point during the show.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, I know you had your question, so I wanted you to like have your.
Yeah, but if it's just me and you, we got it's just me and you. Listen, that was a difficult interview because I was by myself over an hour trying to come up with original questions and keep it savage for the Savage Kingdom.
Yeah.
You know, if you see how many questions I had written down compared to how many questions I asked, you'd probably be fucking shocked. 50 of the questions I asked were not written down.
Yeah.
But he was so cool.
Yeah. I enjoyed
so open. Aaron Rourke, class act, great wrestler,
definitely.
Bright career. So happy to have him here.
Let him
do this episode with us.
I actually have pictures from the last Creator Pro show that the last Creator
send
Pro
it to him
show.
on Facebook. He's on Facebook.
Yeah, I'm also following him on Instagram too.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, he's mad. He's cool as fuck. Follow him on Facebook. Everybody should follow him on Instagram. I'll blast it one more time. If you missed the interview, obviously you can rewind it. Maybe I'll stay here if the chat, give me a reason to stay here. Give me something to talk about. What do you guys even want to hear me talk about? I've been talking about bullshit for an hour. Right? You want to hear it now? You want to hear it? Go to the Pro Wrestling Tees. Make sure you pick up all the merch for Aaron Rourke. He's got some great shirts. He's got a great future. Here you can see his Twitter and his Instagram, which we have right here. All right? You can follow him on Twitter.
I wanted to tell him like
on Instagram.
I see a lot of I see some influence with like Gold Dust with him. Like a Gold Dust mixed with like an FE type.
I can see it, but I think he got most of his stuff from Randy Orton, man.
Yeah.
I feel like that's, as far as his wrestling goes, that's his influence. As you can see, Aaron Rourke, as his Instagram, he's putting in the work. He's going to the gym. He's winning titles. I mean, you see him right there with Bryce Donovan. He's a CAP champion. He's putting in the work. I see big things. Here he is with Heath Slater right here, who we're going to see February 19th. I don't know if Gilch is coming back or not.
That was a good interview. I enjoyed that.
I thought that interview was money, man. I mean, look, this guy's got the look. He's got the moves. That's a great jacket. I mean, look how good that jacket looks. You don't see a lot of independent wrestlers with like gear and a look that looks this, like he looks like he's ready for Raw on this picture.
Yeah. That looks like with that particular picture, he looks like he could be a part of Judgment Day.
Absolutely. Or like he says, I wouldn't mind seeing his stable where he has like the 3 little clones that are running around dressed up like him, doing his bidding, because he's too good to work with anybody.
Savage, if you were to get back into it, right? Who would you want to like? Who's your dream opponent to face?
Triple H. But that would have been a long time ago.
Right. Well, what about now? Like with the indie wrestlers that we have now, that we're watching now.
Matt Cardona.
Oh, God, I would love to see that match.
I think me and him would put on a banger.
What about Bully?
I would fight Bully, but I don't want to kill Bully Ray. I don't want to kill Bully Ray. Just like I almost killed this guy. We can watch it again if you want. Let's watch the short version. I like the short version. By the way, Did you see all our commercials tonight? What'd you think about the commercials I cut for the ETU and then the 80s Wrestling Con? Did you hear them or no?
Yeah.
Not bad, right?
No.
What are you yelling? I'm excited.
God, I love that. I can keep.
What are you yelling? I'm excited.
I can look at that all day, man. Like I said, that shit was like therapeutic to me. It was cathartic. It took me back to a time like that. He made me feel like I was, a kid again, wrestling.
How was that meeting? Watching that Enzo video that you recorded yesterday, I loved it.
Which one? The first one or the? I sent you two. I only uploaded one.
The one with the cake.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That was great. We did good on that one. He might be on the show on Tuesday.
I would love, because he was one, like when he was in WWE, he was the guy that I would watch, because the thing that he did about the club was one of my favorites. Talking about how Carl Anderson is like Times New Roman. He's as generic as they come. Saying that AJ Styles has like a soccer mom haircut. Like, come on.
Well, since we're live right now anyway, what was your weekly winner of the week out of all the shows that you saw on TV?
Oh, that's tough. That's tough. That's a tough one. I would have to say, like, match-wise, it would be...
No, just show-wise. What was your weekly winner of the week show-wise? And then if you want, you can tell me what was your match of the week. But who was the best show of the week?
Oh,
not including
NXT.
Impact pay-per-view.
NXT
for you. And why was it NXT?
Because they just had I feel like that they put on a better card. They had a better card all week.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Surprise, motherfucker. There's no way they put on a better card than AEW. You crazy?
Hold on. AEW, like, for me, it's like WWE wise, NXT. AEW always puts on a great card.
But you would pick NXT over Dynamite this week?
For me,
I think you just love NXT. I mean, it was good. It was definitely good. I liked the way it ended and they built things up. Absolutely. It was good. But for me, it was definitely Dynamite weekly winner. I just love the pace, the storytelling, the match between Danielson, MJF's, impromptu.
I mean, for NXT, like, just that whole thing with the Braun Waller match, like how they did that to me, because that's something I've never seen yet, and they definitely gave us something that we've never seen. Like, the ropes came loose. Shit, what do we do now? Well, we're gonna contest this in a steel cage match.
Okay.
It was just different. They finally gave me a different thing. Like, AEW always
quiet.
All right.
Who's got the largest arms in the world, brother? Who's got the largest arms in the world, brother? Not only are you a hot dog, a grandstander, a showboat, and a prima donna, but you're a liar too. Not only.
See, you're a liar.
I'm not a liar.
You're lying to the people by telling them that NXT was better than AEW. But you know what? It's okay, because you're entitled to have your opinion. Obviously, it's not a lie. It's just me saying that you're lying. You're not really lying. You're telling us your opinion.
Yeah,
which you're entitled to. You're entitled to your opinion,
with the exception of that women's battle royal.
So, what for me, the match of the week was actually on Rampage. Although I give Dynamite the weekly.
Oh yeah, the Ruby one.
The match of the week for me was that Ruby match. I mean, I wasn't expecting that match. A lot of people were making hot comments at me saying, how could you call that the match of the week? Is that what it takes for you to be surprised? You have to see blood. You have to see gore. I'm like, no, they killed it.
I saw some of those comments. It pissed me off.
They came out. Okay, I thought that, it was just going to be like a silly tag team match with no real spots and no real story. but then they just absolutely destroyed it. They go out there, put on a hell of a performance. It was like I was watching two good one-on-one matches where they were trying to outdo each other. Nightingale with a power bomb off the thing, even though she missed the table, it made it look that much better. And then, Ty with the pile driver, the Rhino pile driver, off the apron through the table, and the way Ruby was working, and
she's another one.
Ruby killed that match.
She's another one that's starting to impress me because, like, I wasn't a big fan of Tay and Ruby.
Tay's killing it, man.
Not Ruby.
Tay and
Anna. Yeah. Like, but I mean, seeing that match and the shit the last time when I saw Anna Jay and Tay in a street fight match, they impressed me at that point too. I think that's where their lane is for me.
The ladies were good.
And put them in street fight matches. They excel. Those four, in my mind.
Play a little music before we get out of here, man. We're gonna end this soon. It doesn't look like Gilch wants to join us. Anthony, you want to tell us about Anthony Loves Wrestling and what you got coming? So anybody that watches this later on knows what's going on. I'll even put your logo up over there, right over your head. Look, actually, you know what? Why not? Let's just put Anthony on the full screen. Tell us about Anthony Loves Wrestling.
All right. Well, we're going to be I'm going to be scheduling everything out soon. Thursdays, I'm going to be doing Anthony's Wrestling Take Thursdays, to where I give my opinion on what was the best matches. If I can, I'll go over them. Like, I'm going to figure everything out with that. Saturdays, I'm going to do like try to figure out interviews. Fridays, when I can, I'm going to do play-by-plays of SmackDown, and I'll have Savage on with them if he would, if he's cool with it on Friday nights. That's pretty much it. I'm just working everything out now, the kinks of, doing live streams and all that. So just keep an eye out. Follow me on Instagram, Anthony Loves Wrestling.
Anthony Loves Wrestling!
On Twitter, I'm in the process of making a Facebook page for it. So I'm going to be coming out with a bunch of things, so just be on the lookout for all that.
Yeah, I have a lot of faith in Anthony and his ability to kill the business, and that's what we're going to do in 2023. We're going to kill the business. We're going to redefine what it means to talk professional wrestling after the shows go off the air. Because a lot of these shows that are out there, I'm not going to drop any names, but they all do it. They're all guilty of it. I try to not be guilty of it. I try to make sure that every time I do a pro wrestling show, I mention every pro wrestler that I saw that night. And I talk about it, whether it's for 10 seconds or for 10 minutes. I make sure every wrestler gets a shout out, and you understand at least what the results were of their involvement in the show that night. And that's something I wish more, podcasts and radio shows would all do more. Talk more about the wrestlers that are actually wrestling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it just seems like some of the podcasts that you listen to only talk about the matches that they want to talk about. To where I'm with me, like I'm liking what you're doing. Like we're taking the time to talk about every wrestler, giving our opinion on every wrestler, on every match. And not,
I don't know. Tell me.
We just try to kill it every night, and that's what we're doing. So, people, tell you all your friends about Wrestling with Savage, and also Anthony Loves Wrestling.
Anthony, I love wrestling. Yeah, Mick Thomason, I do. There you go. You got a new fan right there. Mick's definitely going to follow you. Mick, I'll show you what the website is actually, because I want you to definitely go and follow him. And I'm actually going to go ahead and put the link in the chat so we can go get him a new sub right now. Are you cool with that, Mick?
Hey.
Of course I know you're cool with it.
Yeah.
But here you go, Mick. You're going to go to my YouTube page, right? And then you're going to scroll all the way to the bottom. And all the way at the bottom, the first one there, I put him first because he's a castmate. Anthony Loves Wrestling. I'm going to take this link.
Content up soon,
I'm going to
guys.
copy it in this chat, and you're going to go follow him right now. And Mick, I want to see him get 4 followers. I'm refreshing right now, Mick, on the live stream, Mick. I'm refreshing.
Waiting for it, Frank.
Did you already have 3? Or maybe he already did it for you. I don't know. But when you're done subscribing to him, you're going to go back to my page, and if you don't already do so, you're going to subscribe to Barbells and Body Slams. You're going to subscribe to Tantalizing Tony. You're going to subscribe to Anthony Blackwell Jr. You're going to subscribe to the Anthony Graves Pod, Cole TV, and you're going to do it, and you're going to do it now. And then, of course, you can always be back with us. You see my upcoming live stream schedule. We're going to be doing Monday Night Raw Live Talk episode. That will be episode 159. And then Tuesday is going to be a very special episode because we have Rick Recon in the house. He's been wrestling for 7 years on the Independents. He's had matches on AEW, and he's also a rising superstar that is going to be on this show. And not only be on the show, but he's going to guest host NXT with us. So we're going to get to break down NXT with him and talk wrestling with a wrestler. And that's what I love about this show because it's finally happening, Anthony. It took a year, but now wrestlers are talking wrestlers. Wrestlers are talking wrestling with Savage. It's happening. We're doing it. We're doing it. Wrestlers are talking wrestling.
And definitely going to be happening with mine this year. And I have
Why are you yelling? I'm excited.
I just wanted to get that shot in. People need to know about that shot. But you know what else they need to know about, Anthony?
What?
You know what else they need to know about? No. The merch, I don't care about the merch yet. I want the new merch to come. Anthony's got the merch right there, though. Wrestling with Savage. You can't go over to we do have a website. If you go to my YouTube page, at the top of the YouTube page, there's a bunch of links over there. Right over here. You see, you got Discord, which you should join the Discord. You should come join the Discord. Be part of the conversation. Be part of the community. I have Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, but most importantly, the website. Go to the website and then click on the thing that says shop. And then click on this to visit the official store. Or maybe you see something you like on this page right here, man. We got a lot of shirts, a lot of designs, and more shit coming. A lot of cool shit coming, man. So yeah, go do it. Do it now. Do it right now, goddamn.
Do it now.
Do it now. But yeah, I want to talk to you guys about this. Actually, I don't have to talk to you. I'll just play the commercial.
What's going on, everybody? Let's get right into it. I want to talk to you about all the upcoming events at the Wrestling Universe. They have a show coming up that we, Wrestling with Savage, are going to be sponsoring. We're going to have a vendor table there. Matt Cardone is going to be there headlining this event. Lightning in a Bottle, presented to you live in Ridgefield Park, New Jersey, Sunday, February 26, 2023 at 3 p.m. Tickets are available now on etus.eventbrite.com. There's going to be a lot of stars there. You're going to see Kevin Blackwood. You're going to see Billy Starks. You're going to see Matt Tremont, scheduled to defend the Independent Wrestling World title. The Kirks are going to be there. And guess what else the Wrestling Universe has in store for you? Brian Cage, February 4th. And Chris Masters. Make sure you head on down to the Wrestling Universe right here in Queens, New York. And thank you for watching Wrestling with Savage.
For watching Wrestling with Savage. You are all a part of the Savage Kingdom, and we're out of here, folks. Anthony, thank you for helping me with tonight's episode, brother.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir, man. Have a good night, and we'll see you next time right here on Wrestling with Savage.
With Mr. Kennedy, and he has a lot to say to everyone out there watching. He's going to be on Wrestling with Savage. Stop yelling so much. Why are you yelling? Why are you yelling? I'm excited. We're watching this. This is Mr. Kennedy taking a chop from Savage. He just gave me a nice stiff one. Oh, solid. So I appreciate you, brother.
You're watching Wrestling with Savage, the best late night wrestling show in the world.
I say you are listening to Wrestling with Savage, the best podcast in the history of podcasts.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, Pride say you live by the champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. SmackDown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Because they are the best tag team in the world. Tag team.
Be my honor to be a guest on your show.
Christmas Bully Ray, good job, Savage. It's the best hat in pro wrestling. Can't get a fucking Raw man yet. Raw fuck.
It's MDK and Wrestle with Savage all fucking day.
Okay, we got over here.
Well, what do we got over here? Have your cake and eat it too.
Look at any.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, brought to you live by the champ. Her last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. Smackdown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage.
Wrestling with Savage begins now.